Good morning all of you. ഈ തേർഡ് സെമ്മിന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു പേപ്പർ ഞാൻ എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട് ആഴ്ചയിൽ. ബട്ട് ഇന്ന് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത് കഴിഞ്ഞ വർഷത്തെ കുറച്ച് പെൻഡിങ് വർക്ക്സ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ബാക്കിയുണ്ടെന്ന് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ കുറച്ച് കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ഇന്ന് എടുക്കുന്നത്. ഐ വിൽ മൂവ് ടു ദി ന്യൂ സെഷൻ, ന്യൂ ടോപ്പിക്സ് ഓൺലി ആഫ്റ്റർ യുവർ എക്സാമിനേഷൻസ്. ഫസ്റ്റ്, electrical measurements is the module, and first we have to study Carey-Foster bridge. Carey-Foster bridge, as you know, is working based on the principle of Wheaton's bridge. Wheaton's bridge, as you know, consists of 4 resistors, 3 non-resistances and 1 unknown resistance, and it is used to find the unknown resistance by using 3 non-resistances. Here P, Q and R are non-resistances and S is the unknown resistance. And when the bridge is balanced, that is when the galvanometer shows 0 deflection, we get the principle of Wheaton's bridge as P by Q is equal to R by S. This is the principle of Wheaton's bridge, and using this equation we can find the unknown resistance S. Here E is the EMF of the cell used to produce current through the circuit. Now we can go to the Carey-Foster bridge. This is the Carey-Foster bridge. It consists of a wire of length 1 meter EF and fixed on a board with 4 gaps, 1, 2, 3 and 4. In these gaps 4 resistances are connected. P and Q are non-resistances, R is a resistance box and S is an unknown resistance. Here there is a cell and key connected in between the points A and C, and from the B a galvanometer is connected, and from the galvanometer to the jockey, and jockey is moved through this wire, and the point D is the point where we get 0 deflection. When the galvanometer shows 0 deflection, according to the principle of Wheaton's bridge, P by Q is equal to R by S. Here resistances P, Q, same as of Wheaton's bridge, and instead of Q, R and S, we here are R, and here is some resistance. It is called end resistance. It is taken as alpha, and the resistance of this much wire of length ED. And on the other side there are resistance S, end resistance alpha 2, and resistance of this much wire of length 100 minus ED. This much length is ED, this much length is 100 minus ED. Therefore P by Q is equal to R by S can be written as, we can write here as P by Q is equal to R plus R. R ന് പകരം നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുക R, അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ എൻഡ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ്, പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ കാണിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന ആ ലെങ്ത് ഓഫ് വയർ L1, ആ L1 ഇൻറ്റു അതിൻ്റെ റെസിസ്റ്റിവിറ്റി. റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് പെർ യൂണിറ്റ് ലെങ്ത് ആണ് റെസിസ്റ്റിവിറ്റി, ഇൻറ്റു ലെങ്ത് ആകുമ്പോൾ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ആയി. അപ്പോൾ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് പ്ലസ് എൻഡ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് പ്ലസ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് പെർ യൂണിറ്റ് ലെങ്ത് റോ ഇൻറ്റു L1 ഡിവൈഡഡ് ബൈ P by Q ഇസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു R by S ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ എസ്സിന് പകരം ഇവിടെ S പ്ലസ് ആൽഫ 2 അല്ല ബീറ്റ, എൻഡ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് ബീറ്റ പ്ലസ് 100 minus L1, the remaining length of the wire into rho. This gives the equation. Now we are doing the experiment as here R and S are interchanged. Now we have connected S in this gap 1 and R in the gap 4. Then the length, here the length is L2 and this length is 100 minus L2. Then we can write the equation again as P by Q is equal to S plus alpha plus, here instead of L1 rho we can write L2 rho, divided by R plus beta plus S and R are interchanged. You can see here 100 minus L2 into rho. Now we have to equate these equations 1 and 2. On the right hand side, R plus alpha plus L1 rho divided by S plus beta plus 100 minus L1 rho is equal to S plus alpha plus L2 rho divided by R plus beta plus 100 minus L2 into rho. And we get this equation, and we have to add on both sides 1. Here we have to add 1. When we add 1, we get R plus alpha plus L1 row plus S plus beta plus 100 minus L1 row on the numerator. Similarly here, when we add plus here, this denominator goes here, then S plus alpha plus L2 row plus R plus beta plus 100 minus L2 into row. Then we get this equation. Here we can cancel S and S here, alpha and alpha on both sides, beta and beta on both sides, 100 row and 100 row here, R and R here. Then we get an equation in which on the numerator there is only alpha S, R, beta and 100 plus 100 row all are getting cancelled. Then we get S plus beta plus 100 minus L1 row is equal to R plus beta plus 100 minus L2 row. Numerator getting cancelled each other. Then equating these two, we can cancel beta and beta on both sides, 100 row and 100 row on both sides. Then we get S minus L1 row is equal to R minus L2 row. Therefore, R is equal to S plus L2 minus L1 into row. This is the equation corresponds to the Wheaton's bridge to find the resistance R. Now, another experiment we are doing with the Carry-Foster bridge is to find the temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance is the measure of change in electrical resistance, the change of resistance of any substance per degree of temperature range. For 1 degree Celsius, how much resistance is changed? That is, the equation is given by alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. Let resistance at T1 degree Celsius is equal to R1 and T2 degree Celsius is equal to R2. We get alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 divided by R1 T2 minus R2 T1. Temperature coefficient കാണാനുള്ള എക്സ്പെരിമെന്റ് നമ്മൾ ലാബിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കോഫിഷ്യന്റ് കാണാൻ വേണ്ടി നമ്മുടെ കാരിഫോസ്റ്റ് ബ്രിഡ്ജിലുള്ള അൺനോൺ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസിന്റെ കോയിൽ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടു ബി ഇമ്മേഴ്സ്ഡ് ഇൻ എ വാട്ടർ ബാത്ത്. ഒരു ബീക്കറിലുള്ള വെള്ളത്തിൽ ഇമ്മേഴ്സ് ചെയ്യുക. ദെൻ വി ഹാവ് ടു ഹീറ്റ് ദി വാട്ടർ. ദെൻ വി ഫൈൻഡ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് അറ്റ് എവരി 10 minutes. 10 degrees Celsius. That is, we have to find the resistance at 0 degrees Celsius. At room temperature, then 30 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, etc. And the temperature versus resistance graph can be drawn. It's a straight line. From this graph, we can find temperature corresponds to at any resistance corresponds to any temperature, and we can find the temperature coefficient of resistance by using this equation. This is the experiment we have done, and by using this graph we can find resistance at any temperature, and by using this equation we can find the temperature coefficient of resistance alpha of the given material of the resistance wire. This all about Carry-Foster bridge, and now we can go to the potentiometer. Another electrical device we have to study is potentiometer. Potentiometer, you know, is used to find potential differences. Similarly, we can find EMF of cell. We can compare the EMFs of two cells, and it is used to find current and resistances. Potentiometer consists of a long wire of 10 meter length, uniform wire, usually made of magnanin or constantan, stretched in 10 parallel rows with one row equal to 1 meter on a wooden board. It is fixed on a wooden board with 1 meter length, and total length of the potentiometer wire is 10 meter. The two free ends of potentiometer A and B are brought to the same side. We can see the figure. This is the potentiometer wire. It is only drawn in a simple way. Actually, the wire is starting from here 1 meter up to here, then again returned here 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, etc. The first point and last point are on the same side. Here it is shown as C is one end, D is the other end. and a meter scale is fixed parallel to the wire. A jockey is provided for making contact. A steady current is maintained across the wire CD by battery BT. A battery is connected here BT to keep a steady current through the potentiometer wire CD. The battery key and the potentiometer wire are connected in series to form primary circuit. There are two circuits in the potentiometer. This one is called primary. It is common for all potentiometer circuits, which consists of a battery, a key, and a rheostat also may be connected if needed to change the voltage connected to the primary. And this is the secondary circuit. This is changed according to the purpose for which we are using the potentiometer. The positive terminal of a primary cell of EMF epsilon or E is connected to the point C, and negative terminal is connected to the jockey through a galvanometer G and a high resistance HR. This forms the secondary circuit. This EMF E, galvanometer G and high resistance. Here in the primary, battery, and here a rheostat also can be connected, and a key forms the secondary. Then we are moving the jockey so that the deflection is 0 in the galvanometer. When the galvanometer shows 0 deflection, the bridge is balanced, and the balance length from C to J is noted as L. Then when the bridge is balanced, the potential difference between C and G is equal to potential difference, or EMF applied E is equal to length of this wire into resistance per unit length of this wire rho. Therefore, from this figure or from this theory, we can consider that potential difference across these 2 points C and J is proportional to length of the potentiometer wire. That is the principle of potentiometer. EMF is directly proportional to length. The EMF of a cell is proportional to the balance length. That is the principle of potentiometer. Now we have two experiments to study. First one is the calibration of ammeter, and second one is the calibration of voltmeter. Calibration of voltmeter is of two types: calibration of low range voltmeter and calibration of high range voltmeter. First we have to study calibration of ammeter. How to calibrate an ammeter. How to find the accuracy of an ammeter. How much the ammeter is correct or not. We have to find by using the potentiometer. The connections are as shown in figure. ഇതേപോലെ നമ്മൾ കണക്ഷൻസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഇത് പ്രൈമറി സർക്യൂട്ടാണ്. സെക്കൻഡറിയിൽ ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട്. Potentiometer wire is connected to the key K1 in the primary and cell, standard cell. The ammeter to be calibrated is connected here. Here there is a resistance R is connected, standard resistance, and the potential drop is measured with the help of a potentiometer. Potential drop across the resistance is measured by using a potentiometer. That is why the potentiometer is used here. Now connect 1 and 3. Here these 2 points are connected. First we have to find the balance length. It is measured as L, small l. Then connect 2 and 3. This connection is made. Adjust the rheostat so that the ammeter reads a value, a particular value, for example 0.1 ampere. Balance length, balance the potential difference across R and find the balance length L1. Then if it is balanced, the potential difference across R is equal to E into capital L1 divided by small l1. Or current through R is equal to EL1 divided by LR, or we get the correction to the ammeter as EL1 by LR minus A1. A1 is the ammeter reading. This is the correction. This is the measured current. This is the calculated current, and this is the measured current. The difference get the correction. Now, another thing we have to study is conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. A voltmeter is a device to find high voltage. Galvanometer can measure only a very low voltage. Therefore, in order to convert galvanometer into voltmeter, we can connect a high resistance in series. When we connect a high resistance in series, total current passing through is equal to voltage across divided by total resistance. That is, here this galvanometer, which can measure only low voltages, is converted into a voltmeter which can measure high voltages by connecting a resistance, a high resistance R in series. Now the combination is a voltmeter. Then current through the circuit Ig is equal to total potential difference we are measuring is capital V divided by total resistance R plus G. Ig is equal to V divided by R plus G. Therefore, cross multiplying we get Ig into R plus Ig into G is equal to V. Then by rearranging we get R is equal to V by Ig minus G. This is the resistance to be connected in series to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter. Let us stop here. ഇതിൽ നിങ്ങൾ കുറേ അധികം സർക്യൂട്ട്സ് ആണ്, അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾ കൂടുതൽ ബോധർ ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. പൊട്ടൻഷ്യോമീറ്ററിൻ്റെ 3 സർക്യൂട്ട്സ് ഉണ്ട്. പൊട്ടൻഷ്യോമീറ്റർ, കൺവേർഷൻ ഇൻ ടു വോൾട്ട്മീറ്റർ, ലോ റേഞ്ച് വോൾട്ട്മീറ്റർ, ഹൈ റേഞ്ച് വോൾട്ട്മീറ്റർ, അമ്മീറ്റർ. ഈ 3 സർക്യൂട്ട്സ് നിങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി. അതിൻ്റെ ഇക്വേഷൻസും കാര്യങ്ങളും ഒരുപാട് അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് ബോധർ ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കാരണം അതിൻ്റെ 3 ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻസ് മാത്രം നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ സർക്യൂട്ട് ഡയഗ്രാംസ് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന കാലിബ്രേഷൻ ഓഫ് ലോ റേഞ്ച് വോൾട്ട്മീറ്റർ, കാലിബ്രേഷൻ ഓഫ് ഹൈ റേഞ്ച് വോൾട്ട്മീറ്റർ, അതേപോലെ കാലിബ്രേഷൻ ഓഫ് അമ്മീറ്റർ, ഇത് 3 സർക്യൂട്ട് നിർബന്ധമായിട്ട് പഠിക്കുക. അതേപോലെ കാലിഫോസ്റ്റ് ബ്രിഡ്ജ് ടു മെഷർ ടെമ്പറേച്ചർ കോഎഫിഷ്യൻ്റ് ഓഫ് റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ്, ഇത്രയാണ് ഇതിലുള്ളത്. പിന്നെ ഇത് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ആ ഫിഗറൊക്കെ നോക്കി വരച്ച് പഠിക്കുക. വേറെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് എന്തെങ്കിലും ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നുമല്ല. അത് കുറച്ച് നമുക്ക് കാണുമ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് വിഷമമായി തോന്നുന്നുള്ളൂ. വളരെ എളുപ്പമുള്ള പോർഷനാണ്. കൃത്യമായിട്ട് വരച്ച് എഴുതിയിട്ട് തന്നെ പഠിക്കുക. ഈ കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ നോട്ട്സ് എഴുതുക, എന്നിട്ട് വരച്ച് പഠിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, ഓൾ ദി ബെസ്റ്റ്. താങ്ക് യു.